Hey David, do swatches really matter so much in knitwear development?
Yes, I think this is one of the most important steps in the knitwear development to make the trial swatches. We actually making dozens of the knitwear swatches every day in our office, in our sampling room. This is actually a good step to approve a lot of things in the knitwear before you going to develop a knitwear. So it represents a lot of things. For example, the gauges, the texture of the garment, the tension, and the structures, the thickness. So all the important points in the knitwear, it can be represented in the swatches. But I also understand it's quite difficult for the people who don't really understand the knitwear to approve a swatches. It's still quite far from a knitwear. But for us, it's quite important to avoid all the mistakes in the swatches and correct all the mistakes in the swatches and to make sure we can get a nice knitwear at the end. So for example, here we have many swatches like these two-tone swatches. The structure is very beautiful, but personally I think the tension is a little bit loose, so we might need to add a little bit tension in next swatches. And here we have another swatches, also beautiful two-tone knitted swatches. It's also a very popular structure today. But the thing is that actually for men's knitwear, I think it's too much see-through, so I think we might need to add more ply to it. And also here we have a boucle structure, and it's a special yarn, it's a fancy yarn, but I think maybe the tension is too tight, so it might have problems in the garment later. So maybe we should make it a little bit looser. So this is something actually we have to work on daily, and it's just super important for our job. I think I would recommend everybody who is interested in the knitwear development trying to work a little bit more on the swatches, and there you can actually find a lot of problems and study a lot of things inside. On the other side, actually to approve the swatches is also a very difficult job. I think you need to have a lot of experience in the knitwear. You need to get enough touch feelings in the knitwear. I personally have touched over hundreds of thousands of garments in my working experience. So my hand and my fingers actually is very sensitive. So even until today, I approve the swatches inside of our company because I still believe the success of a swatch is the key issue. So I would recommend anybody who is interested in the knitwear study, I think, to take a closer look in all the swatches you can find and try to study the knitwear from the swatches. I think it's a very good way to learn. And I also hope in the future that if anybody of you have any problems and questions about knitwear, you're very welcome to write in my comments. So I will try to answer as much as I can. Thank you.